Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Shit's about to hit the fan. Welcome to Unsanctioned Thursdays on Wrestling with Freddie.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unsanctioned Thursdays. With me is Jeff Dye. So the name of this show is Wrestling with Friends. Welcome to the show, everyone. Whenever you're listening, you probably just listen the very next day. A lot of shows aren't going to give you 2 podcasts on SummerSlam. They're going to do a 4-hour episode, which is glorious and beautiful if you're on a road trip. But if you're at the gym, maybe you just need to get in and get out, and that's what we're here for. If you're in traffic, boom, we're here for you. If you're just chilling and got nothing to do, so maybe you're just having a whiskey or smoking a J or just chilling out watching wrestling on mute and listening to us, however you listen to us, we love you and we don't judge. And all the other podcasts do. Trust me, they're judging you right now, but not us. Jeff, welcome to the show. How are you, buddy?
Feeling good. Night 2, SummerSlam. What a treat.
Double episode, double pay-per-view, or PLE. Wish they were still pay-per-view.
Which, here's a question for you. Do you think 10, 20 years from now we're going to be going, I think SummerSlam would have been better if it wasn't 10 nights. You know, I think WrestleMania would be better if it wasn't a whole month, if it wasn't WrestleMania month. Because here's the problem.
Like those people that have birthday months? Yeah,
as a business, you got to grow, right? I know this. That's how things work. So, like, who'd have thought we'd be talking about a 2-night SummerSlam in New Jersey, 20 years ago? And and then also the criticisms come in. They say, oh, I heard ticket sales are light. Look, I heard that this whole section was empty over here. It's like, yeah, because it's 2 nights it's for SummerSlam in August. Of course, this would be the most well-attended SummerSlam ever if it was just 1 night, but they've made it 2 because they're trying to grow and they're trying to get money and they're trying to get all the wrestlers involved. So it's really hard to grow and sustain. I was even being critical, is 2 nights better? Is it worse? I don't know, but it is more wrestling. At least we have that.
Better or worse, it's inevitable, right? Like the football season is going to expand to 18, 19, 20 games eventually, which means rosters will expand and they'll go, okay, well, at least more football players will be employed and that's a good thing, but now you have to play more games. Okay,
injuries,
well, then I want to, yeah. So it's all these companies, all these billionaire companies want expansion because all the execs in the back want those big ass bonuses. It's why their salaries keep getting bigger and the workers' salaries keep getting smaller because they want that big-ass sweet check. Speaking of big-ass sweet checks, a lot of them were made in the WWE because night 2 I thought was better than night 1. I liked the matches more. I had more fun with what they were doing, and they started the show perfectly with Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. And this was a predictable match to pick because they're not going to take the belt off Naomi right away. Even with that, going in with that, this match was so much fun. I don't think Io Sky is underrated anymore. I think everybody understands how valuable she is in the ring, how great she makes other people look, how great she looks when she pulls off some of her moves. I love the double finger point thing that she does when she flips out of your shit. Like, look at me, look at me. That's what being a wrestler is all about. Fucking look at me. Look what I can do. Same as a painter, man. Look at a Jackson Pollock. I mean, he's literally just vomiting emotion onto a canvas saying, please look at me, enjoy this. I'm broke, buy my paintings. That's the life of the artist right there, man. And Io Sky does it wonderfully. This is the best Naomi of all Naomis in the history of Naomis. Rhea Ripley is Rhea Ripley. All we do is blow smoke at her. And I'll let Jeff, I'll save it for Jeff because I've blown enough last week. But Naomi was winning this match, and she did it in character. She did it with a story. Everyone told the story. The match was awesome. It had big spots. Rhea Ripley can body slam freaking anybody and make it look so real and good. They had some false pinfalls, which were great. There was like one little thing in the match where I was like, oh, that was like a second off, but it was still really cool. And I loved this match. I'll spoil it now. This was my match of the night. I thought this was awesome. I love all 3 ladies a lot, and I thought the right person won the match. But you didn't get to make a pick. Who would you have picked, and how'd you like the match?
I probably would have picked Rhea Ripley, but this new Naomi is amazing. This is the best Naomi we've ever seen, in my opinion. I feel like they're listening to us. I texted you guys this. I think WWE's listening to us because I said that uniform is looking way too similar to Owen Hart. And now it's like this modified version with like neon yellow instead of that like caution yellow. It's still somewhat caution related, but it doesn't look like an Owen Hart knockoff. Like, so I loved that. But this entire match, you probably heard me on Wednesday talking trash about saying like these guys got to polish up their wrestling. It's got these guys and girls need to polish up the wrestling. It feels a little too botchy and loosey goosey. Oh my gosh, was this match tight and polished and great? Like the Io Sky was such a like technician in there, at least in this match. Like I remember I was watching going, this is like really good wrestling. This is like this is the opposite of what I was talking trash about Jaden and Tiffany Stratton. It was really, really good. The whole match was awesome. I was in it the entire time, and I was shocked that Naomi won. So I was like surprised, which is what I'm always going for in wrestling, is like when something I didn't see coming. So it was great. I thought it was awesome. The whole match was really great, and all three of these chicks rule.
They do rule. Match 2. The Wyatt Six, they're the champs, versus Fraxium, versus the Street Profits, versus DIY, versus Motor City Machine Guns, versus Andrade and Rey Fenix in a 6-pack TLC match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Everybody got that? All right, good. I didn't even take a breath. This match was chaos. Outside of the big spots, it was kind of hard to follow. At least there weren't pinfalls to keep track of, which was good. But the spots were amazing, and that's what this match was all about. I'm not going to criticize them for not having a story. This was all about making people go, holy shit. And those matches are really fun too. For me, they can't all be that, but this was one of those. And I just hope that Candice Michelle's cool, man. I hope she's good. That's all I can say about this. Yeah. Oh, the Wyatts won. We predicted they would win. Their music was awesome. And Andrade and Rey Fenix did one move where he jumped off, Ray jumped off Andrade's chest and like grabbed the friggin' title and like almost won the whole match right there. It was like one of my favorite things. And there wasn't even a ladder involved. I was like, yo, I've never seen anybody try to do that before. So that was super cool. But I'll let you, this is more your style. This is gimmick galore. So I'm wondering what you thought about it.
I loved it. I loved that the Dudleys were there. I loved that the Hardys were there. I loved all of the entrances were quick. They didn't feel like too drawn out or like annoying. A lot of masks being worn down the ramp, which I appreciated. I love to see that. A lot of luchadors in this match. Guys I kind of forgot about, if I'm honest. Like DIY, like I don't really see them much. So I was like excited to see them. I don't know. The whole thing was awesome. I loved it. I will say Wyatt 6 hits a little different in the daylight. You know, when you don't have when you can't turn on all the house lights and do the like creepy entrance.
That's a big thing that you're saying. It's why horror movies usually don't take place in the day, because daytime kills are really difficult to make scary. There was a movie that came out a few months ago that was a daytime horror movie, and it didn't do well. And it was done well, written well, directed well, performed well, but it just didn't perform at the box office because there was a daytime kill. We had a daytime kill, and I know you did last summer. Really hard for it to hit the same way, and you're so on with the Wyatt Six in that regard. They need the darkness of an arena, not the light of a stadium.
And it exposes the props. You know what I'm saying? Like Nikki Cross's mask doesn't hit the same when it's in just complete sunlight. And it's like,
dead on.
I just wish they would have moved it maybe later in the card when it was dark out, or maybe just don't use them. I don't know. I don't know what the solution to that problem is, but it was kind of strange to see it outside. I was glad that they won, though. I thought it was interesting that they did a little woman thing where like one woman comes in and the other woman, like from each faction's like woman kind of like had a little moment.
Came in,
thing.
Nikki Cross came in, yeah.
Yeah, and there was a lot of fun table shots, a lot of fun or table spots, and a lot of fun like ladder spots. Here's something that I think wrestling fans will disagree with me on also. I'm fine with them being Slim Jim tables. Why does anyone care? People go, oh my gosh, look, they just want money. Yeah, they want your money. Give them your money. You like wrestling. Stop being cheap. It's like fine. They got Slim Jim on the table. So what? It's fine. I
like jerky.
Yeah. Oh God, look, they're getting greedy. Who cares? Doritos gave you a match. Do you enjoy the match? They're not feeding each other Doritos. It's better than a commercial. You know, relax.
The backstage commercials are the worst, man.
I know.
That they have to do. They're the worst. I used to have to direct some of those when I worked there, and I was always like, yo, this is going to suck. Everyone be prepared. Like, it's not going to be good.
Like, I would get if wrestling fans criticized that. I'm tired of that type of marketing.
Yeah.
But if you're going to throw someone's ass through a table and it just happens to say Slim Jim on it, I'm fine. That's good. That's the way to advertise to me.
Don't hate. All right, Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, no disqualification, no count out, last chance match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. If Lyra loses, she can never challenge for the belt ever again, so long as it's around the waist of Becky the Man Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Lyra. Alex picked Lyra. We were both fucking wrong.
I would have picked Becky on this.
Yeah, you would have.
I would have been right about this one.
Yeah, you would have nailed it. We were way wrong, which to me means Lyra's moving up and Becky's trying to establish this title now for someone else to come, and then she'll help them get over. But I didn't know that they were going to strap a rocket to Lyra like that. I didn't know if she was 100% ready for like a main title thing. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they have a storyline for her and Bayley, and it's going to, she's going to continue to refine her skills. But I think it's a little too early for her to move up and beyond into the wild blue yonder, so to speak, even though she's got wings and can fly. But yeah, to me, it was a little weird. I thought she needed a little more time with the title. But hey, what the hell do I know, Jeff? What did you think?
I thought this match was great, and it was creative. They did a lot of fun things. The zip tie on Lyra's hands was new. I've never seen anything like that. Like, who would have thought in a match where you can use crowbars and kendo sticks and chairs and tables that the most effective weapon would just be a zip tie? Just zip tie her hands together. Like that. That's
beat her ass.
that's going to work way better than anything else in the toolbox, evidently. But this match really did show me how good Lyra Valkyria is.
Yeah.
Valkyria. How good she is. I was very impressed what she was able to do, even with her hands bound. So I was very
She's
very
mad
impressed
strong,
with that.
dude. She's strong as hell.
And Becky's so good. She's such a pro. I mean, when she was getting hit with the kendo sticks, and kind of flailing her body around is a little theatrical. But other than that, she's such a pro. Becky is so good. Every spot was perfect. Good match. Good story. I loved it.
Match 4, Solo Sikoa, the champion of the United States of America, versus Jacob Fatu, the former champion of the United States of America, in a steel cage. Once again, I was wrong, and I'm fine being wrong. I don't even care. I don't care, Jeff. Doesn't mean shit to me, all right? I don't give a damn. But so was Alex. Who would you have picked?
Let me think here. Probably would have picked Jacob Fatu.
All right, so we struck out again. See, we would have lost you guys so much money. And if you bet with us, you have my condolences. Solo won the match. There were awesome Simone Werewolf moonsaults from all over the place. Jimmy Uso came in there after the match and tried to help out. He super kicked JC Mateo. Is that his name?
Yeah.
And there you go. And Fatu hit the moonsault off the cage. We predicted it.
Pretty cool.
That was an easy prediction. You knew he was going to do that. And he hit 2 dudes with it, which was awesome. And the feud is far from over. He may not reclaim the U.S. championship, but Jacob Fatu is moving onward and upward one way or the other. They love him. The crowd loves him. They love his promos. I like the simplicity of the promos. He knows who he is. He doesn't try to go outside and beyond that. He really kind of keeps it home and driven the same way like Charlotte Flair, doesn't go outside what she does really well. I think that's super smart for him. And we'll see. But I was wrong again, and I'm a little pissed, but it'll be all right. What about you, dude?
Why does it take Lyra Valkyria 20 minutes to break some plastic zip tie, but Jacob Fatu is able to break a handcuff in under 30 seconds? He broke a
werewolf.
steel handcuff.
You're so
he just
right.
goes Like you're like, but why do we even do this spot if you immediately just broke out of the handcuffs?
You're so right.
It made no sense. And back-to-back matches. I go, what are we doing? She was rubbing the plastic on on the steel steps, on the ropes, on the everything. She couldn't get it off. But then Jacob Fatu he can break steel. But the match was cool. Loved the mask that Jacob Fatu wore down to the ring. Kind of like a luchador wrestling werewolf kind of mask. I really, really liked it. I thought this match was super fun. I don't get, is this a new thing or am I just mistaken? It's a cage match. Why are we unlocking the door? Did they go in the door, lock the door? It's a steel cage. Don't go. I'd like it to be opened. I'm about to exit.
He's British now.
Can you please open the door? I'm going to exit. It's like, no, dummy. Like, it's a steel cage. And I know that there's been these things in the past. Yeah, I've seen like wrestlers slam the door on guys and stuff. Yeah. But let's get rid of the door if we're going to have a cage match.
Pin, submission, or climb out of the cage.
Yes,
those are the only acceptable victories. I get that. That's a strong argument you made, sir.
Because it's not like they need to get in, Jeff. No, they don't. You can lower it down. This is a big budget. You lower the cage around the thing.
And that's more dramatic to do it that way when they're in the ring. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what's the point of having a cage if you're just walking out a door? It doesn't make any sense.
You sound like an old school wrestler right now.
Pissing me off.
All right, next up, match 5. Dominic Mysterio,
yes,
the Intercontinental Champion, versus AJ Styles. This story was on the younger side, right? A bit more juvenile as far as how we got here. But that's okay. It's a soap opera, and some of the storylines in your soaps that you ladies watch are just as juvenile, so don't talk shit. But we got here, and we were going to have a match. I thought this might steal the show. This match was super duper good. AJ came out like Eddie Guerrero in the lowrider. He wasn't super clean with the switches, and he didn't let it bounce as long as it should have. You could tell he was a little uncomfortable.
He's a gringo,
bouncing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, it was pretty funny. But I love that he came out with his son, and that choked me up being a dad. I was like, oh, that's super nice. He gets to see his dad wrestle. So he came out. There was lots of love for Eddie. Dirty Dom is my guy. He was my guy before he was your all's guy, and don't you forget it. And I told you he was going to win. Our producer was like, yeah, Freddie's probably right, man. I'm going with Dominic too. And you should have listened because Dominic wasn't going to lose this match. AJ Styles is putting dudes over. That's why he's here now. And unless they give him like a specific story when it's going to be all the way out, then he'll start winning some matches and then lose the last one and say, thank you very much, good night, and right off into the sunset. But that was kind of my philosophy on picking this match. I thought this match was super, super cool. The end with the boot was also very, very Eddie as well. They did a lot of Eddie stuff in the match. It was a big tribute and shout out to him. And I love Eddie Guerrero. So to me, it was awesome. What'd you think, bud?
This is my match of the night. I loved it. I loved every part of it. A lot of Eddie tributes, which I thought was interesting. Made me feel sad for Rey Mysterio. It's like his own son is so much more into Eddie Guerrero than his own dad. He keeps going, I'm the greatest Mysterio. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's not Rey's fault that Eddie passed and he didn't. I just feel like I'd want my son to kind of be my guy, kind of like loving.
That just means the characters in the story got you, man. Because of course he feels that way in real life.
But I liked the finish with the boot, I was gonna say, and then also the entrances were fun. AJ Styles is so good. I really hope that we're not witnessing kind of the tail end of things for him. Like I wish he was higher up in maybe a CM Punk, AJ Styles kind of feud is in the future, like something. I don't know, but I really like both these guys. And Dirty Dom is such a star. I love him.
He's the man, dude. He's the man. Finally, sir, match 6, Cody Rhodes versus the champ, John Cena. And once again, I got it wrong. I thought his story would go as champion until the end. Foolishly, because that's a simple story. A more complex tale would be for him to lose it and then have this huge war at the end of without having to have a match where everyone knows he's going to lose. He could potentially win the end of the Lesnar feud here. Remember, Brock Lesnar is the guy that beat him in like 12 seconds. I think it was in Dubai or Saudi Arabia, wherever they wrestled over there. And Lesnar like just smoked him, right? So this is the guy that killed John Cena and made him look like he wasn't Captain America anymore. He was just a dude on his way out. So this is a really cool thing they can do. I've already kind of spoiled it, but the internet spoiled it before I did. I knew Brock Lesnar was there because of Instagram, you jerks.
Oh, see, I didn't know any of that.
Oh, yeah, it got leaked. Some asshole who works at the company who wants to be in cool with the dirt sheets fucking saw him coming in and leaked it. And I was doom scrolling on Instagram.
Why do we want to be that guy?
It's like telling people, the masked magician, like giving away people's tricks, man. Like, that's some bullshit. I hate that stuff. Don't give away the secrets, guys. That secrets make stuff cool. So anyway, the match was super duper fight. I didn't believe the babyface turn on Friday Night SmackDown because it felt a little quick to me. And I thought he was doing all this just to go super heel again at the end and was going to do something dirty. I never thought Cody was going to turn heel. I thought it was a reverse swerve, right? But they're going full babyface because he has Brock coming in as the badass heel who's going to try to kill him and send him away for good on a sour note instead of a high one. But I picked this match wrong. I really liked the match. Cody's the friggin' man, and John Cena's the friggin' man. He didn't like me when I worked there, but I liked him. I thought he was cool. But it was a really good match, and not his last match. Again, that's going to be Brock, and I'm really looking forward to that. They tricked me pretty nice on this, and I like when I get tricked.
Me too. Also, this is another one of those great examples of like them. They're doing things. They're being creative about trying to tell stories, right? Let's let everyone think that Seth Rollins is hurt so that when, let's make them think it's real so that when we reveal that whatever, like that'll be part of the story. That'll be part of the swerve. Same with Brock Lesnar. You heard all this information just recently with no real source that he's banned from TKO for life. Nobody questioned it. Nobody goes, but who's it coming from and why? They let us go. Maybe it's because The Rock's mad at him. Like they let us do all that. So then podcasts like this go, I heard. You know what I heard? I heard that Brock Lesnar's banned for life. And this isn't good for Brock. There was a photo of him at a wedding and he told somebody that he'll never be back. But it's all like bullshit. It's all not real. So
it's
then,
always a work.
That started coming up, that started drumming up. And then when he came back, it was that much more exciting for me. Like, oh my gosh, like Brock Lesnar's back. This is amazing. It's like when back in the day when Owen Hart passed away in the ring, I had a stupid friend who was like, that's a work, dude. It's all a work. Vince is always.
Jesus.
And I was always trying to go, no. Like things like there's some things that are real, and we know as wrestling fans the difference between what is real and what is not. And in 2025, it appears that they're playing with us about what is real and what isn't real, and what is a work and what is Twitter and what is real life and what is kayfabe and what isn't. And I love it.
Yeah, you like being tricked even more than I do. You guys, follow us on Instagram, Wrestling with Freddie. That's the name. Send us your comments and send us your questions. A couple times a year, we do questions episodes. And they don't have to be wrestling related. It can be advice, although advice is like peanut butter. Be careful. I think it's delicious, but if you're allergic, that's your ass. But it can be any kind of questions you want. Feel free to reach out to us through there. And if our producer Alex likes them, they make it on air. If they don't, blame him, not us. On behalf of Jeff, I'm Freddie. Peace.
We out.